there, God? It's me, Lewis, and I've got a message for you. You're an idiot! Look, big guy, I understand why you let bad things happen to good people, and I certainly understand why you let bad things happen to me. My problem is you let good things happen to bad people, like letting them live. 6 months after he mobilized the strongest army in the history of the world to take him out, somehow Saddam Hussein is still alive. Meanwhile, Osama bin Laden, public enemy number 2, is still at large, and proved it by releasing yet another of his vacation movies. Half the world wants him dead, and this guy's out on a day hike. He's looking less like the scourge of the West and more like Gandalf the Grey. And let me tell you, if he lasts as long as those movies do, we're all doomed. Why is it that horrible despots have the habit of living long lives? Take Idi Amin, the former Ugandan dictator responsible for the unnatural deaths of thousands, died a natural death in exile this month at the ripe old age of 80. And what country harbored this brutal criminal for the last quarter century? Where else? Saudi Arabia. That whole country is like one big sandals resort for dickwads. Now let's move from genocidal maniacs to a promoter of genocidal maniacs, specifically Leni Riefenstahl, the German documentary filmmaker responsible for the Nazi propaganda film Triumph of the Will.
Frieden lieben und aber auch Tapferes und ihr müsst friedfertig sein.
Yelling's not bad, but his gestures need work. But back to the woman who wouldn't die. She scuba dived into her 90s, walked away from a helicopter crash when she was 97, and finally kicked it last week at the age of 101. 101? Hey, God, you let the Nazi hit the century mark, but a mensch like John Ritter, you take at 54 from a heart condition only you could have known about? So I ask you, what are we supposed to learn from all this? That there is no justice? That evil wins in the end? That only the good die young? Now, if that's the case, could we at least have gotten a better song about it? Think about it, God. And now, as a final tribute to the immortal work of the practically immortal Riefenstahl, we end tonight with Nazis on Trampolines.